Hey everyone, and welcome back to JR Group. Today we're diving deep into a question that's both fascinating and a little unsettling. How can one country, Germany, be significantly wealthier than an entire continent like Africa? It's a question that forces us to confront some hard truths about global economics, historical legacies, and the complex interplay of factors that drive prosperity. To truly understand this disparity, we need to go beyond the numbers and explore the historical, social, and political landscapes that have shaped these two very different economic realities. So buckle up, because we're about to embark on a journey that will take us from the bustling factories of Germany to the vibrant yet often economically challenged nations of Africa. Let's get to it.
When we talk about Germany, we often conjure images of precision engineering, powerful automobiles, and a robust manufacturing sector. Germany's economic prowess is deeply intertwined with its history of industrialization, a process that began in the 19th century and transformed the nation into an economic powerhouse. This industrial revolution, however, didn't reach all corners of the globe equally. While Germany was building its industrial base, many African nations were under colonial rule, their economies structured to serve the needs of their colonizers rather than their own development. This period left a lasting legacy on the African continent, hindering its ability to industrialize and diversify its economy at the same pace as its European counterparts. Even after independence, many African nations struggled to break free from this colonial economic model. They often remained reliant on exporting raw materials, a vulnerability to global market fluctuations that continues to pose challenges today. Germany's industrial strength has provided a solid foundation for its economic growth, allowing it to move up the value chain and produce high-value goods that command higher prices in the global marketplace.
Imagine an economy solely reliant on one crop coffee, for instance. Now imagine a disease wiping out that coffee crop. Devastating, right? That's the danger of relying too heavily on a single industry or resource. Germany understands this well. Its economy is remarkably diversified, with strengths in manufacturing, technology, tourism, and more. This diversity acts as a buffer against economic shocks. If one sector falters, others can pick up the slack, stabilizing the overall economy. Many African nations, however, haven't achieved this level of diversification. They often rely heavily on exporting a limited range of raw materials, such as oil, minerals, or agricultural products. This dependence on a few key commodities makes them vulnerable to price fluctuations in the global market, which can lead to economic instability. Think of it like this: if the price of oil plummets, a country that relies heavily on oil exports will feel the impact much more acutely than a country with a more diversified economy. This over-reliance on a few primary commodities is a major factor contributing to the economic gap between Germany and many African nations. To bridge this gap, diversification is key. Investing in education, technology, and infrastructure can help African nations develop more diverse and resilient economies.
Imagine trying to run a business without reliable electricity, or transport goods without well-maintained roads. It'd be nearly impossible, right? That's the daily reality for many in parts of Africa. Germany, in contrast, boasts a world-class infrastructure network. Its transportation systems and efficient ports allow for the smooth flow of goods and people, boosting productivity and economic activity. Its reliable energy grid powers homes and industries. Advanced telecommunications keep businesses connected. This robust infrastructure is the result of decades of investment. Unfortunately, many African nations haven't had the same opportunity. The legacy of colonialism and ongoing challenges hinder development. This lack of infrastructure acts as a bottleneck to economic growth. Addressing this gap is crucial for unlocking Africa's potential. Investing in roads, railways, energy grids, and telecommunications will facilitate trade and economic activity, improving access to essential services like healthcare and education, creating a virtuous cycle of growth and development. Chapter 4. Minds over minerals, education, and the workforce. In today's knowledge-based global economy, a skilled and educated workforce is no longer a luxury. It's a necessity. Germany understands this well. Its education system, with its emphasis on vocational training and apprenticeships, churns out highly skilled workers capable of competing in the global marketplace. This focus on education and skills development has been instrumental in driving Germany's economic success. Its highly skilled workforce allows it to excel in industries that require specialized knowledge and innovation, from automotive engineering to renewable energy. While many African nations have made significant progress in expanding access to education, challenges remain in terms of quality and relevance to the needs of the job market. By providing quality education that equips young people with the skills they need to thrive in the 21st century, Africa can unlock a powerful engine for economic growth and transformation. Chapter 5. The corruption, tax governance and its economic toll. Imagine a business owner having to pay bribe after bribe just to operate, or investors hesitant to put their money into a country riddled with corruption. This is the insidious impact of poor governance and corruption. It stifles economic growth and perpetuates poverty. Germany benefits from a stable political system and a strong rule of law. Businesses can operate with a high degree of confidence, knowing that contracts will be honored and that the playing field is relatively level. This predictability and transparency attract foreign investment and foster a climate conducive to economic growth. Unfortunately, many African nations continue to grapple with challenges related to governance and corruption. These issues create uncertainty, discourage investment, and erode public trust in institutions. Corruption acts like a tax on economic activity, diverting resources away from productive investments and into the pockets of corrupt officials. Addressing these challenges is not just about promoting good governance. It's about creating a fairer and more just society where everyone has the opportunity to succeed based on merit, not connections or bribes. By tackling corruption, strengthening institutions and promoting transparency and accountability, African nations can create a more stable and predictable environment that attracts investment and fosters innovation.
Chapter 6. Investing in our future human capital, the engine of growth. Let's face it, a nation's true wealth isn't measured solely in GDP or natural resources. It's reflected in the health, education, and well-being of its people. Germany understands this well, investing heavily in its human capital, recognizing that a healthy and educated population is fundamental to long-term economic prosperity. Germany's commitment to universal healthcare ensures that all citizens have access to quality medical care, regardless of their income level. This not only improves overall health outcomes, but also enhances productivity and reduces the economic burden of preventable diseases. Furthermore, Germany prioritizes education at all levels, from early childhood development to higher education, fostering a highly skilled and adaptable workforce capable of driving innovation and economic growth. In many African nations, however, limited access to quality healthcare and education remains a significant challenge. By prioritizing healthcare and education, African nations can empower their citizens to lead healthier, more productive lives, driving economic growth and creating a brighter future for generations to come.
Chapter 7. Breaking the Mold. Diversifying the African economy. For too long, many African economies have been trapped in a cycle of exporting raw materials. Diversification is key to lasting economic transformation. It's time to embrace a future where African nations are hubs of innovation and technological advancement. Industrialization is one path to diversification. Attracting investment in manufacturing and promoting local value addition can create more jobs and higher incomes. Africa can become a global leader in renewable energy, leveraging its abundant resources. Investing in tourism can create jobs and showcase Africa's rich cultural heritage. Fostering a vibrant tech sector can position Africa at the forefront of the digital revolution.
Outro, a future of shared prosperity, closing the gap. So, can Africa bridge the economic gap with Germany? Absolutely. But it won't be easy. It requires a multifaceted approach that addresses the historical legacies, systemic challenges, and structural barriers that have hindered its progress. By investing in education, healthcare, infrastructure and good governance, while also fostering economic diversification and innovation, Africa can unlock its vast potential and create a brighter future for its people. This isn't just an African story, it's a global one. The world has a vested interest in Africa's success. By working together, fostering collaboration and promoting fair trade practices, we can create a more just and equitable global economy where prosperity is shared and opportunities abound for all. Thank you for joining us on this journey of exploration and discovery. Until next time, keep learning, keep questioning, and keep striving for a better future.